It's in the extreme challenges of life, when we are tested to the very core of our being, that we can miraculously discover our hidden and greatest strength. Hi, I'm Melissa Holy, and I welcome you to this final message in my series as we celebrate and shine a light on the amazing strength of a woman. By the end of this video, I hope that you will not only be fired up, but forever changed by one simple thing. From today forward, I hope that you will have a profound new awareness of the true possibilities that exist right inside of you. There is a powerful, unknown strength that lives inside of you and me and every woman. A strength that you probably don't even realize is there until it has a reason to rise up. This very real strength can surface in a moment's notice when we, as women, get called into action, into protecting, or into doing what we need to do in life. This unknown strength exists in all of us, and it's God's promised power working in and through us in a supernatural way that gives us a level of strength that we cannot measure or describe or even fully realize just how much we are capable of. It cannot be planned or even predicted. It's just something miraculous that rises up inside of you and me and moves us forward in spite of hardship or distress or sometimes even danger. I faced one of the greatest tests of my strength in 2016 when I lost both of my parents 8 weeks apart. On one side of town, I have my dad who had cancer, and he was bedridden, he was in hospice, and in his last weeks of life. On the other side of town, I have my mom. She was in ICU and she only had hours to live after she had just had a massive heart attack that shocked us all. And yet somehow there was a strength that to this very day I cannot explain and I don't fully understand. It was a strength that just came over me and sustained me to handle everything that was going on. It was God's unknown strength that rose up in me when I was in a time of complete heartache and weakness. If we must face pain and loss and stress and pressure and a lot of change in our lives, and all of us will, as hard as that is, we can know that it is effectively building something in us in the deepest places. We will be stronger and wiser and more capable because of it, and we will be better equipped for what's ahead. We can appreciate that it is actually creating in us the even more determined woman that we are to be. All we need to do is look around us and we will see real stories of supernatural strength in times of crisis and deep loss and extreme trials. In fact, what can surface in these situations are sometimes described as beyond scientific explanation. God's strength working in the human spirit, the human mind, and even the human body can break outside of limits that we ourselves believed could ever be possible for us. It can move us into action and beyond fear and risk and even danger that might have normally stopped us. Over the years, some incredible stories in the news have highlighted some of these miracle moments and have left people wondering, how is this even possible? In 1982, a young man in Georgia was outside working on his car suspension when the vehicle suddenly slipped off the jack and pinned him in the wheel well. His mom ran outside to see her son unconscious and trapped underneath the car. She screamed for a neighbor to get help, but it was taking too long. So she literally reached down and proceeded to lift that car just high enough to replace the jacks and to pull her son out from underneath it. In that crisis moment, she somehow was able to lift a 3,500-pound car off the ground in strength that she had never known before. In 2006, a 41-year-old woman in Quebec, Canada, saved her 7-year-old son and several other children playing outside from an approaching bear. She jumped in and started fighting with the 700-pound polar bear. And when a neighbor heard the commotion and saw what was happening, he ran to get a gun and he shot the bear. But she had reacted in strength she had never known before. Real women and real strength, surging to a degree they had never ever known before. When you consider the countless stories of situations that have jolted women into doing bold, brave, extraordinary things, physically, mentally, and emotionally, it becomes evident that the great strength that was suddenly revealed, it was in them all along, and it's in you too. You might be facing problems or a situation right now that is sure to pull from your unknown strength deep inside. God builds this great strength into us as a woman, and it is there to help us stand strong through all the storms of life. An ever-present, always ready help in times of trouble. It has the proven ability to show up in the most unexpected ways and to soar to levels that many would deem impossible. That is why you should never forget that it's there, hidden away, for those times when you will need it. God promises to infuse you with powerful strength every day. Some days you might need a little, and some days you might need a lot. You may never know what your true strength really is until it's put to the test. But trust that it is there, like a light burning inside you, strong and ready to respond at a moment's notice. Celebrate that it's already built in you. Realize that you are indeed stronger than you will ever know. Believe that your unknown strength is a force that can and will rise up when you need it. And remember that you need only look back at what you have already come through to know that you are a strong woman. It has been such a pleasure sharing time with you during this series. I invite you to stay in touch and to connect with me by going to melissaholy.com. I thank you for being a part of this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks for watching.